What if I told you that on this day, February 26th, the world witnessed everything from groundbreaking discoveries to tragic disasters? From hilarious fun facts to spine-chilling historical events, today's video is a roller coaster of emotions. Stay tuned because you won't believe what happened on this day in history. Oh, and did you know that on February 26th, someone once tried to invent a self-folding burrito? Spoiler, it didn't work. But don't worry, we've got way more exciting stuff coming up. Let's dive into the fascinating world of February 26th.
Alright, let's kick things off with something lighthearted. Did you know that February 26th is National Pistachio Day? Yes, it's a day to celebrate those tiny green nuts that somehow always end up stuck in the shell. Pistachios have been enjoyed for thousands of years, dating back to ancient Mesopotamia. They were even a favorite snack of the Egyptian pharaohs. Today, pistachios are grown all over the world, from the Middle East to California. So, on this February 26th, grab a handful of pistachios, crack them open, hopefully without too much struggle, and enjoy the nutty goodness. Now, who's ready for something a little less nutty and a little more?
On this day in 1993, a man in Australia tried to break the world record for the longest hug with a tree. Yeah, you heard me right. A tree. He wrapped his arms around that tree trunk and held on for dear life for a whopping 26 hours. Can you imagine? That's longer than some flights across the world. Did he bring snacks? Water? A pillow for when his arms got tired? We may never know the answers to these burning questions, but one thing's for sure. That's one dedicated tree hugger. But for now, let's move on to something a little more fantastical, shall we?
February 26th isn't just about pistachios and record-breaking tree hugs. It's also... So, grab your favorite storybook and let your imagination run wild. Fairy tales, those timeless stories passed down through generations, have a magical way of transporting us to enchanted forests, introducing us to talking animals, and teaching us valuable life lessons. Remember Cinderella, who taught us about perseverance and kindness, even in the face of adversity? Or what about the Little Mermaid, who showed us the power of following our dreams, even if it meant making sacrifices? So, on this Tell a Fairy Tale Day, share your favorite story with someone you love. But fairy tales aren't the only thing we're celebrating on February 26th. Gamers, get ready, because this one's for you.
Chapter 4, World PvP Day. That's right, folks. It's also a day to celebrate all things virtual battles and epic wins. Whether you're a seasoned veteran of online battlegrounds or a newbie just starting your adventure, today's the day to embrace your inner warrior. World PvP, or player versus player, is all about testing your skills against other players in a virtual world. It's about strategy, teamwork, and of course, a little bit of luck. From massive online battle arenas, MOBAs, to role-playing games, RPGs, World PvP offers endless opportunities for competition, camaraderie, and let's be honest, a healthy dose of trash talking. But World PvP is more than just clicking buttons and defeating enemies. It's about community, it's about forming alliances, strategizing with your guildmates, and celebrating victories together, or commiserating over defeats because, hey, it happens to the best of us. Now let's shift gears a bit and delve into the annals of history, where we'll encounter emperors, inventions, and events that shaped the course of human events.
Chapter 5. Napoleon Bonaparte's Escape. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to step back in time to February 26, 1815. On this day, one of history's most iconic figures, Napoleon Bonaparte, pulled off a daring escape from exile on the island of Elba. Talk about a comeback story. Imagine being Napoleon, exiled to a tiny island after conquering most of Europe. You're probably thinking, well, this is it. My days of glory are over. But not Napoleon. He was a man of ambition, a strategic genius who refused to be confined to a life of quiet retirement. So on that fateful February day, Napoleon, with a small band of loyal followers, slipped past the watchful eyes of his captors and set sail for France. His return marked the beginning of the 100 Days' War, a final bid for power that would culminate in the epic Battle of Waterloo.
Chapter 6. Introduction of the World Wide Web. Fast forward to 1991, a year that would forever change the world as we knew it. On February 26th of that year, Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist at CERN, introduced the World Wide Web to the public. Can you imagine life without the internet today? Back then, the internet was a niche technology, mainly used by academics and researchers. But Berners-Lee envisioned a world where information could be shared freely and easily, connecting people across continents and cultures. His invention, the World Wide Web, made this vision a reality. It's hard to imagine a world without Google, online shopping, or cat videos. Don't even try to deny it, we all love them.
Chapter 7 World Trade Center Attack. On February 26, 1993, a terrorist attack rocked the World Trade Center in New York City, marking a dark day in history. This attack, a stark reminder of the capacity for human hatred and violence, shook the world to its core. The bombing, which targeted the North Tower of the World Trade Center, claimed the lives of 6 innocent people and injured over 1,000 others. The images of smoke billowing from the iconic skyscrapers, a symbol of American capitalism and ingenuity, became etched in our collective memory. This horrific act of terrorism exposed the vulnerability of even the most seemingly secure places and served as a wake-up call to the growing threat of global terrorism. In the aftermath of the attack, New Yorkers came together to support one another, demonstrating their unwavering spirit and determination to rebuild and move forward.
Chapter 8. In 1980, on this very day, a plane crash in Thailand claimed the lives of 44 people, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of air travel in those times. The flight, en route from Bangkok to Phuket, crashed while attempting to land during a severe thunderstorm. The tragic accident served as a catalyst for improvements in aviation safety and weather forecasting technology. Each life lost in that crash represented a unique story, a web of relationships, dreams, and aspirations tragically cut short. While we remember these tragedies, it's important to also acknowledge the advancements made in aviation safety since then. Chapter 9. In 1972, February 26th brought with it a chilling reminder of the sheer power of nature. A devastating avalanche in Iran, triggered by heavy snowfall and strong winds, swept through a cluster of villages, burying homes and claiming the lives of over 4,000 people. The Iran avalanche stands as one of the deadliest in recorded history, a stark reminder of the destructive force that nature can unleash. The remote location and harsh winter conditions hampered rescue efforts, making it even more difficult to reach survivors and recover the deceased. The scale of the tragedy shocked the world, highlighting the vulnerability of communities living in mountainous regions prone to such natural disasters. In the aftermath, international aid poured in to assist with rescue efforts and provide support to the survivors who had lost everything.
Chapter 10. Fast forward to 2010 and once again, February 26th becomes etched in history, this time with a powerful earthquake that struck off the coast of Chile. Measuring a staggering 8.8 on the Richter scale, the earthquake unleashed a tsunami that caused widespread devastation. The earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, shook buildings, triggered landslides, and sent shockwaves across the Pacific Ocean. The ensuing tsunami, with waves reaching heights of up to 80 feet, wreaked havoc on coastal communities in Chile and as far away as Japan. The images of the earthquake's aftermath were heartbreaking. Buildings reduced to rubble, entire towns leveled, and families left grieving the loss of loved ones. Despite the devastation, the Chilean people displayed remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. They came together to rebuild their lives and communities, demonstrating the indomitable spirit of humanity even in the darkest of times.
That's February 26th for you. From hilarious fun facts to heart-wrenching tragedies, February 26th has seen it all. It's a day that reminds us of the beauty, chaos, and unpredictability of life. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to check out my previous video about February 25th. It's just as fascinating. And hey, if you know any interesting facts about February 26th, drop them in the comments below. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.